Thank you, Mr. Turman. Good evening, friends, family members, teachers, administrators, school board members, and class of 2019. This is the day we have been waiting for. There are only a handful of moments that we will remember for the rest of our lives. As we get older, a lot of the fine details of being a student at Reading High School will disappear from our memories as we move on to other things. We may not remember what it is like to sit in those odd-shaped desks or the feeling of standing in a lunch line that wraps all the way around the second floor. But what we will remember is right now in this arena. When we think back on today, it will stand for something more than a diploma or a few speeches from people that you don't know. It will represent your youth and what it means to be a teenager full of energy. I am grateful to share this moment with you. I'm sure you are going to hear a lot of people talking this evening about everything that the future holds for us, but I'd like to challenge you to forget about that and focus on where you are right now. Far too often, we wait and wait for a specific moment only to waste it by moving on to the next thing. By then, the moment has already passed. All of our experiences and plans for the future only exist in our imagination. If we are able to concentrate on the here and now, then when we look back on our past experiences, we will at least be able to say that we enjoyed it. I've dreamed about this moment for the better part of my life, and it has surpassed my wildest expectations. It was just over 6 years ago that I was sitting in that section over there, not understanding what it meant to graduate high school. I didn't have the slightest idea about the sleepless nights, or the Slater, or the 2-hour calculus tests. I was just another kid sitting in these seats, listening to Noe Cabello, who was standing at this exact podium. I could only imagine the kind of hard work that it took to reach the highest level of academic excellence, but I was ready for it. In that moment, I knew that I would do anything it took to stand in his place. To me, each silly worksheet or boring lab got me one step closer to being here today. So when I tell you that I'm honored to be speaking before you, I mean it with all sincerity. Now, I could stand and say that I got where I am all by myself, and that would be true to an extent, but it wouldn't be completely true. Honestly, I probably could not have survived if it wasn't for my classmates. Going to school in Reading has given me the privilege to be around some of the most brilliant and supportive people in the entire world. I wouldn't trade them for anyone else. Friendships that I have gained on this journey are what makes this moment so special. I want to start off by thanking the person I am sharing the stage with. Dylan is one of the hardest workers I know, and he has always inspired me to do more. Thank you also to Dominic for being a reliable friend since Pee Wee football. Thank you to Brandon for being able to sit in Rocky's parking lot for hours as we talk about the flat earth conspiracies and girl problems. And thank you to Esteban for being awake at 5 a.m. every day before wrestling season to train with me and make me a better wrestler. Lastly, I want to thank Mary Lou Lara. Not only has she been the most beautiful and amazing girlfriend, but her support has constantly pushed me to become a better version of myself. No matter what kind of crazy ideas I tried to tell you, you have never doubted me. I will never forget all the happiness you have brought into my life. While I have many words of thanks for my friends, there are not enough words in the English language to express my gratitude to my family for their support, whether it is my Uncle Shane driving hours to see me wrestle, or my brother Zach keeping me sane on vacation. No matter how hard I try, nothing is able to do them justice. Dad, I cannot thank you enough for being there when I needed you the most. From the first wrestling match that I ever wrestled to the very last match of my high school career, you have always been waiting for me with open arms. I can't even comprehend the amount of love that it takes to roast in a sauna with your son before he goes to school. You have taught me what it means to be a man and how to walk with my head high. And for that, I thank you. Mom, thank you for putting up with my crappy and sometimes explicit music in the car. And thank you for being the reason why I can maintain all the things I do. Every day you go above and beyond to show me how much you love me. You're always right on time with everything, and without you, I would only be half the person I am today. I love you both. And lastly, to the class of 2019, I want to leave you with the one thing that has kept me going throughout the years. As you move on to your next step, remember to prioritize happiness. Whether you are getting bombarded with work from your professors or you run into a stressful situation at work, find the time to unwind and refocus. Instead of grinding out another page of a paper or working through your lunch break, go out and take a walk or hang with some friends. Make time for yourself to experience joy. Following this rule has reduced the stress in my life exponentially and motivates me to grind even harder when I do sit down to work. Sometimes we feel like our lives are being wasted by constant struggle, but taking the time out of your day to enjoy the things that make you happy will allow you to have a sense of fulfillment. As you begin to take on new challenges in life, remember all the adversity that you have overcome this far, and know that no challenge is too much. The lessons that you have gained over this time have been ingrained into your blood, because once a red knight, thank you.